going on? Empress Zingha here with Millennial Yard Fowl in a not traditional space. I love it. I hope you guys love it by the end of the interview. What going on?
Just here.
Just here. No, we are not. As I said, we are not in a traditional space for our interview, but you wanted us to be a part of a space where you come to meditate and get away from everything and focus on things inside. Why you decide to come here? Some might say cool and some might be like, all right.
For me personally, being in nature is therapy.
Okay.
Because when you're surrounded by silence, or what may be perceived as silence, you're allowed to filter your thoughts better and focus your thoughts better and think about what you want to do or what you want to say more precise than if you were in an atmosphere which has more noise, because you'll be distracted by the noise. So I like to just come in, be free.
So this is like something that was always happening, like coming here, or if this is something that is new to your development as a person, as an artist?
Well, as a person in general, I like nature. And that's all in my name as well, the Millennial Yard Fowl. I emphasize on the yard fowl because, as anyone knows, a yard fowl is a chicken that runs about wild and free. And millennial because of the generation of which I was born. So just based on how I perceive myself against the current generation that, you know, follow trends or just try to somehow, I wouldn't say fitting because I don't see them as trying to fitting. They're all evolving and adapting very fast to the new technologies and the new ways to express themselves. But I kind of old fashioned. I just like to chill and embrace and enjoy everything for what they are.
I find it interesting that you say that you're old fashioned, but yet still you're a millennial. How do you find that going into your music? Because if you are from one decade but you have an old soul, so to speak, how does that reflect in the creative content that you're trying to push out?
It reflects in the tone that I use. A lot of people are like, are you an opera singer? Because it's very deep and it's very strong and in your face. That's why I would say the old fashioned comes from, because I like to listen to a lot of soulful music. I like to feel the music. But bringing it into the present day, you know, you got to learn how to adapt and evolve, because everything can be appreciated. It's the same way people sample old songs. But rather than sampling an old song, I'd rather be an old soul that's expressing in the current time.
We're going a little deep now with your life. And recently, very recently, you just lost your mom. How do you feel about her and her impact on you as a person and as an artist?
Well, I am a part of her. And if anyone knows her, well, and for those who don't know, would shed some light. She had a chorale at Porny Blood. Well, I don't know if, I'm not sure if she started it, but I know from the time I was young, that was the start, chorale. After she moved on from Porny Blood, she started her repaired ministries. And that's where you got the taste of being on the go all the time, because they would be visiting a lot of churches and, you know, sharing the word. She actually, years ago, she was one of the few people that ever survived heart failure, or other than known as cardiomyopathy. So when she shared her testimony, people were always like, felt like she was somewhat of a leader or someone to look up to, because for you to almost lose your life and then still be giving your life to others. And I take that and I use that as my mold, because for me to exist, I have to coexist. And if I can't coexist with others, then my life would be miserable. So when you encourage people and everyone to come together, that unison just sings the song of what the universe wants. As it relates to being an artist, I've always wanted to sing just because of her. And she's always pushed me to always be uniquely or authentic, be my authentic self. Because when you are put up against all odds, what you give is what you get.
Now, on our track up here to come into this space, you were pointing out some stuff in the communities, and you were speaking on some things that were going on in your community that you want to build on. Maybe before we came here, could you talk about that a little bit?
Of course. No, the children here are very supportive of my music, because you know, children are very adapt to the new technology. A child, you could send a child a link and they will be able to know what to do with the link, versus someone that's 50, 60, or even 40 sometimes wouldn't even know what to do with the link. But that's all about how you can use music to bridge the gaps between the two, because that child could play the link and someone in their house can hear the song and actually like the song. But what I want to actually do is encourage the children to express themselves creatively. There's some that like to dance, there's some that like to sing. So granted that I put myself in a position, or I'm put in a position that I can have a platform and continue to push creativity in general, then that's opening the door for all of them. For them to come to me and say, Craig, can I do this? And I would say, of course, because I just want to see them evolve. Because when they evolve and then they be creative and when they fulfill a sense of satisfaction just by doing something that feels good, that feeds their soul and that makes them even more eager to continue sharing good.
So now we've spoken about community in your music and your mom and how all of that has inspired you to be who you are at this point in time, at least. Now, as we branch off now, you do any other arts other than music?
When you say music, well, yeah, I can dance, I can draw a little bit, but everything is uniquely to just how I express myself. It's not particularly to anyone's taste, but who enjoys it. And I actually would express myself through dance at work, and people would like it and be like, you're very charismatic. But it all depends on the music you're listening to, because not different motion is influenced by the different vibe. So dance, a little bit, it just depends on the role. But apart from art, I like animals. Going back to the yard fowl, when I was younger, we had a mini farm: sheep, goat, pig, duck, chickens. So like animals, boom, my life. I got dogs. My dog just had 11 puppies. So like, just even being around animals and the way you treat them, they show you the order of life and how life usually goes. Because no matter what, a mother animal would protect her children. From the centipede to the cockroach to the goat, somebody can get let down for them child. And mothers as humans are the same way. And that's why you must always encourage people to honor your mother and father, because as the Bible says, your days will be long in the land. And that's up to how people interpret it and how they internalize it for themselves, because not everything works for someone. So you just got to continue encouraging.
Okay, so the reason why I asked you that is because we saw you dancing to a Daisy's video not too long ago. And a Daisy, for those who don't know, man, you should know because we featured she already. She is a phenomenal artist, spoken word, rapper, and now she is I believe I can go and stick my neck out on the limb and say the only female producer in Barbados. Why you decide to dance to that particular song? Because her vibe architect, her vibe and your vibe kind of similar but still different. So I was just like, why you decided to pick her song out of everybody else's?
Well, I don't think I picked the song. It's just that, music moves you. And the song was playing, and I had heard it a couple times before, but just within the specific mood that I was in, I just was like, And I told my friend Stockton, who's a filmmaker, I had to, we got to record something, it wasn't planned. It was just like, just had to. But what's crazy about it is that I met a Daisy when I was going to school. That's how I knew who she was, because she was doing like school tours. And energy, I'm an energy person. So sometimes you might meet someone and you never see them in a long time, but the universe always finds a way to bring y'all back to one place. And I liked her vibe back then. And when I heard the song, it was like I tell you, it just had me moving, and I just had to, because that's what music should do. Music should be able to take you from one place to another place without interrupting who you are.
Okay, so with your music overall, what is it that you want to accomplish as a musician?
As a musician, I just want to make as much music as possible, because I want to cover as much moods and vibes as possible, because like I said, music moves people. And I want to move as much lives as I can, because one person may want to change the world, but again, the world isn't just one person. So everyone, you got to find a way to connect with each and everyone.
Okay.
My gift is to sing.
Okay.
So I know for me to influence the connection, influence the relatability between people, as much music as possible, because I'm not even a dress up type person, as you can see right now. But I know when it comes time for a mood and a vibe, that's a whole part of it.
Okay.
So I just want people to remember, like Craig was just somebody like to express himself and share his gift with people, and have people share their gifts with people, and everybody just continue to just keep sharing, because unity is what we need.
There are some people, in addition to your mom, who have passed on. They've crossed over and they have left a significant impact on your life, and how you not only move with music but how you move with life. Could you tell us about these people?
Yeah. First, it was my grandfather. This was 2 years ago. When he passed, it just opened my mind to, like, he lived his life. It showed me that as time goes on, people live and they learn and they share their information, because I learned a lot from my grandfather. 3 months after, my sister passed.
Wow.
And I know personally my mom took it hard. And with my sister, that showed me you can be young, but you can still go. And also in her impact, there were a lot of people randomly that I didn't even know that she knew, that would just reach out to me and be like, you know, we knew your sister, and her smile, everything, she was always positive and she always pushed people. Same thing with my mother. 2 years after, everyone remembers them for their smile and for always being selfless. So, but when my sister passed, that showed me, I felt like, that was the first time I felt like what real agony is like. But this time around, being that I went through it already, you know, I can handle it a little better. And being that I have nature at my side, especially the sea, as I tell anyone, the sea is a natural healer. When you got aches and pains in your body, go in the sea. When you have congestion, go in the sea. When you have fever, go in the sea. But these things keep giving me something to talk about. Because if you bottle things up inside, you make yourself sick. But if you lash out and if you don't control how you feel, then it's not gonna be taken the way you need for people to understand. So that's why art is important. Someone can be feeling something and they scribble and scrabble, and then someone can see that and like, that's worth $1 million. It's about transforming your one energy into another energy and giving it a different purpose so that it can blossom into something else.
Are there any new projects that you're currently working on that you want to speak on, or is there something or someone that you would want to work with in the future? Well,
for upcoming projects, The Land We Call Home is coming up. That's a movie that my friend Stockton, the director, award-winning director, may say. But he's very modest. He doesn't like to say he got this and he got that, because he likes to focus on the art. That's what we like to do. We like to focus on the art, because the art speaks for itself. In terms of upcoming projects, nothing solid right now, but I'm always writing. I'm always writing so that I always have material for when I'm ready to record. And for anyone, there isn't anyone specifically, but I know ultimately Nicki Minaj, and a lot of people be confused for that, but her work ethic, from just seeing where she come from to where she is now, I understand you gotta work hard. So I want to be able to work hard and continue working hard with the art. And whoever respects the hard work and whoever respects the art, I'm open to working with, because like I say, I'm about making music. I'm just, if you want to make music, if you want to come and sit down and sing a song in a video, anything creative. If you want to do a dance video, it isn't particularly to music, because I see myself as a creative person even though I'm a singer. But anything creative, period, anyone likes to do, I'm all open for.
Well, we have been sitting and chatting with Millennial Yard Fowl, as I said before, and it's a very peaceful place to be. I think he's a peaceful person. You should go and check him out. And while you're going to check him out, you're going to go down into the description box below with all of the information, where to find him, his past projects, upcoming projects. And we are going to sit down here and enjoy the peaceful stillness of nature. And we can see you somewhere sometime soon.